Hi, we wanted to share a bit of information about a brief but possibly very important window of opportunity that the right buyer can take advantage of to purchase the right property. It's the USDA Rural Development Guaranteed Loan Program. Let me explain what's meant by the right buyer and the right property. In order to qualify, both the buyer and the property have to meet eligibility requirements. Each buyer and property are different, so we suggest you call or email us for more details. So here's the key. Although I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here, the area circled in red is what it's all about. The opportunity to get an incredible loan could expire unless Congress steps in by October 31st. So the time really is short here. And so you know, we do have lending sources who can move the process along fairly quickly, often allowing us to close a USDA loan within 30 to 45 days. And by the way, most lenders have difficulty doing that. We'll get back to this in just a minute. First, I want to focus on some good news. Unlike almost every other loan program, this loan requires zero down payment and zero cash reserves. The annual mortgage insurance, which is paid monthly by the way, is minimal compared to other conventional or FHA loans. Also, depending on the appraised value, the buyer's closing costs can even be included in the loan amount. If the appraised value won't allow for that, seller concessions can be negotiated to cover part or all of the closing costs, and the buyer can even qualify for the loan with non-traditional credit. So these are just a few of the benefits of this often misunderstood loan program, which can offer much more flexibility than many others. Next, here's what we mean by a window of opportunity. Go to the USDA website. The website address is shown here. It's also a live link at the bottom of the email. Once there, you can double click on Northern California and continue double clicking until you're in the Sacramento region. The map should continue to zoom in, and ultimately, this is what you'll see. The lightly highlighted areas, in this case, most of Sacramento County, are considered urban, and therefore properties in those areas won't qualify for the USDA Rural Development Loan. On the left-hand side of the website, you'll get an idea of whether or not a buyer's income makes them eligible for the loan program. You'll also see if a property in a general area will be eligible, or you can complete a more specific property lookup. By simply adding the complete property address, including zip code, anyone can verify if a particular property is eligible. We can also guide you here as well. Now the heart of the matter. Again, looking on the left-hand side of the website, you'll find future eligible areas. Go ahead and click on single-family housing and you'll be taken here. This is the key to the whole window of opportunity thing. USDA relies heavily on census data. The rural aspect of the loan program focuses on communities with a population base of less than 20,000 residents. For example, in 2000 census, El Dorado Hills was listed with about 18,000 residents. But by the time the 2010 census was completed, the number of residents in El Dorado Hills had risen to more than 40,000. For all of El Dorado County, you'll see on the following map by clicking the Accept button. In addition to El Dorado Hills, several other communities experienced similar growth. Specifically, parts of Cameron Park, Shingle Springs, as well as Diamond Springs and Placerville now also exceed the 20,000 residents threshold. In other words, more than 60% of all homes to be sold in El Dorado County throughout the remainder of this year and beyond will no longer be eligible for the USDA Rural Development Loan Program. That's why we thought you should know. Even if this helps you to put together one transaction for the right buyer on the right property, this is a worthwhile window of opportunity. We really hope this video answers as many questions as it raises. Since there are quite a few additional things to take into consideration for this loan program, go ahead and call or email us if we can help. Below you'll find our contact information. You'll also see a clickable link at the bottom of the email to forward this video to a friend or client. Hope we talk soon. Bye for now.